Amanda around the globe, and today I am very excited to talk about things that I like and things that I don't like so much about living in New Zealand. So I've been living in Auckland, New Zealand for about 4.5 months now, and I am here on a working holiday visa, and I've traveled to quite a few countries. This is the 25th country I've been to. This is the third country I've lived abroad in. Also, yes, my hair is pink on this side, and that is from a Indian New Year's festival that I went to yesterday called Holi. There was just color being thrown everywhere, and it came off everywhere except for this pink in my hairs. It will come off eventually. Things that I really like about New Zealand. Number one is it's pretty easy to find work here on a working holiday visa. It's different than Australia in that way because in Melbourne, Australia, I had a difficult time finding work. You can come to New Zealand and there's help wanted signs everywhere. You just walk around your neighborhood and you're probably gonna find a job. A con about New Zealand is that it's expensive as here. Everything is expensive, like rent is expensive. If you compare Australia and New Zealand is more expensive than Australia and the wages are lower. So the cost of living is much higher. It's more difficult to save money to travel, which has broken my heart. I have been able to save money because of my minimalist lifestyle and I don't spend a lot, but I'm not saving money as rapidly as I was while working in Australia. Food is also a lot more expensive here. Avocados are regularly $4 each. I'm pretty good with my grocery budget, but I'll usually spend about $100 to $120 a week for 2 people. So really that's not that bad, but I'm pretty strict with it, to be honest. I don't really buy a lot of snacks. I don't buy junk food. I don't buy processed food. I stick to pretty much rice and vegetables. It's not cheap. Pro about New Zealand is that it's obviously very beautiful. It's very adventurous. There's a lot of outdoorsy things to do. There's a lot of waterfalls to go to that are free. There's a lot of beaches that you can go to. There are so many trips that you can take from the major cities. So living in Auckland, I've taken so many day trips, so many weekend trips, a lot of road trips. If you guys are interested in seeing the places that I've been to, I will link my blog post down below on the best day trips from Auckland. It's beautiful here and there's a lot of places that you can see for free, which is really helpful. A con about New Zealand is that public transportation is not the best. There is public transportation, but it's not as efficient or quick as other cities that I've been to. I found in general that the public transportation is not the easiest. For example, the other day I had to take the bus home from work. It took me almost 2 hours to get home from work because I had to walk to a bus stop that was 30 minutes away, and then I waited for the bus, and then I took the bus, and then I got home and I had to walk 10 minutes. It takes me 30 minutes to drive to work, and to take almost an hour and a half to almost 2 hours to get home from work is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Also, I'm not sure about the transportation to get to other places like outside of the city, but I feel like you definitely need to have a car to get around here, and if you want to go places you need to have a car or know someone that has a car, or you can rent a car. Pro about New Zealand is that you can rent cars for very cheap here. In America, where I'm from, it costs probably $80 a day minimum to rent a car. It's absolutely ridiculous there. And in New Zealand, you can rent a car from Juicy Car Rentals, which is a budget rental company. This is not sponsored by them. This is just the car rental company that I know of. And you can rent a car for $20 a day and go wherever you want. It's cheap. The cars are older. They're not brand new, but they work and it will get you around. So all in all, you do need a car, but you can get one for pretty cheap. Another pro about New Zealand is that there is not so much pressure to have a high status job, in my personal opinion. So in Australia, and especially in the United States, I've noticed that the first thing people ask you is, what do you do for work? And everyone's different. I'm not saying that everyone judges you on what you do for work, but I have found that there's a lot of pressure in America and even in Australia to have a really good job and to be in an important position and to impress people with what you do for work. And if you guys have watched a lot of my videos, you'll know that that's not really my thing. I really prefer to work to make money, to live the way that I want to, and I don't feel like work is something that you should revolve your life around unless it's something that you really love to do. So I really like that in New Zealand, everyone's just much more chill about it. you just work to make money, and that's not really defining who you are as a person. Ugh, something bit me on my neck, maybe during this video. Another con about New Zealand is that it is really far away from everything. You can fly to Australia for pretty cheap, but other than that, it's really expensive to go anywhere. To me, a cheap flight is under $100. Like, I used to live in Thailand, and flying around Southeast Asia is cheap. Flying around Europe is cheap. Flying from New Zealand to anywhere is not cheap. A pro about New Zealand is that they have great coffee in the major cities. I haven't gotten a lot of great coffee outside of a major city, but in most of the big cities there are really good coffee shops. I am on the hunt for the best coffee in Auckland. I have found some really amazing coffee shops. They're definitely not at the same level as Australia. In Australia, like, every coffee shop is amazing. In New Zealand, you have to kind of scout them out a little bit more, but they are there. You can find really good coffee in New Zealand and in Auckland, and I'm really excited to taste the coffee in the South Island as well, which will be coming up soon. Yeah, I think that's all the pros and cons I have for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Let's get to 20K. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!